Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Pumped up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is like my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. Ay, these no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your nibble like a night. So sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance, it turns daylight. So
with the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year, as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. One final time this season. Hi there, everybody. Joined by Brock Hewitt in the booth. I'm Kate Scott, and we have made it. The greatest game of them all, everybody. Welcome to the Super Bowl. And it really is the perfect crowning event for each and every NFL season, isn't it, partner? All the fanfare, the celebration in the week leading up to this game, and then in the moment, we see the two best teams in the NFL squaring off for this title.
Such a few fortunate players and coaches who are making a repeat appearance in this game on this stage, Kate. So many. This is the culmination of a dream that began a decade, even a couple decades ago, as a young player discovering their love for football. And for those first-timers, that's fine. Go ahead and take in this atmosphere. Just make sure you're focused when that ball is teed up and ready to go. Those dreams you had as a kid, well, they didn't end up with you losing this game. Oh, no. They ended up with you raising the Lombardi Trophy.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. They're going for this. He connects downfield on 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Forget that it was 4th down, Brock. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first. Now a give left side. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust and still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
Has him on the quick hitter. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. Steelers have it, headed the other way. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill some momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but the first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
Man, such a bummer, right?
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away.
And they get to him again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
One defense held in the first series, and now the other group, well, they're answering the call and doing so in a big way. Back-to-back sacks, setting this offense way behind schedule. Kate, I think we're setting the stage for a hard-nosed, grinded-out kind of defensive football game.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. The Steelers set to punt it. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Panthers football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw now. He's got Bellinger. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Mevis ready to send this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Stopped by Chop Robinson. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They'll try and throw it here. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. He's dropping back to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. He touches him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They go play action on first. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. He's on the move. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They just get the play off. Hits his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
1 quarter down, a lot more ahead here in Super Bowl 64. Both teams neck and neck so far. More for Minneapolis right after this. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. 2nd quarter about set to begin. Welcome back, everybody, to Super Bowl 64. They have 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Back-to-back carries here. He's contained at the line for no gain. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Setting up a throw. Complete beyond the marker. He'll have the first down and even more. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I can guarantee you that's going to be Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Pass it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Fourth and goal, too good to pass up. I love this. They're going for it and the lead. Back now, pressure on its way. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 2nd quarter lead. Mevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. Mevis ready to send this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. Dumped off to his running back. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Right up the gut. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. He gets 6 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Steelers looking for a score before halftime. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Pass play now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
2nd and 10 now. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Still sticking with the passing game. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field. Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers tie things up at 14. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the handoff. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 48. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise, you deliver, and that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They're throwing it. That's completed right side. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it with all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it'll be 2nd down. They are throwing it again. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
3rd and long for him here. Taken in by Bellinger. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. On 4th down, out comes the Panthers field goal team and Harrison Mevis. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards. So that one on the defense and declined, and that brings us to halftime. Let's head to Orlando for our halftime reports and Jonathan Coachman. Mevis ready to send this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give up the middle. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that's a Steelers first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. To throw it on 1st down. That one's cut along the left sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Throwing from the gun here. Escapes the pocket. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Working quickly here. One more push from the ground game. And he's in for the touchdown. The Steelers take the lead right away in half number 2. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Simple dive up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
easily add the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First down, and they go right back to it. This is ahead for about 5. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Throwing with a blitz on the way. This finds Bellinger. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Hand off to the back. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Pass play coming here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. Third down coming up. Looking for a throw here. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They'll throw it. Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Panthers grab the lead on their first series of the half. Mevis with a point after. And the Panthers push their lead to 3. Mevis ready to send this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Chased out to his right. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off the defense at any time.
Now here he goes. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives it up past the 45. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
So Super Bowl 64 and our season down to one last quarter. The Steelers have the football. They need to make up some ground for a shot at the title. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. The give here on second. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 39. Completed here to Pickens. And they bring him down around the 34. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's the one back on the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. This a 54-yarder. Got all of it, and this is good. And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, they'll run. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back to the well again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Back to throw it. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throwing now. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it up 4th down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. That's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Setting up to pass. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Back to throw. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. 12 yards on that play, and a good call, and that's on the 1st.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Vacates quickly left side. And he got there in time. He's taken down. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Escapes the pocket. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
This is biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he is to throw. And he's got it. He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. And it's another Lombardi for the Steel City. The Pittsburgh Steelers are your Super Bowl champions. A decorated franchise on top once again. Commissioner Goodell presenting the Lombardi Trophy to the...
Since birth, I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing.